Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting a series about best code practices for Julia language applications. At first, I should define what is a well-written code. Since a good code is much cheaper and more fun than writing bad code, it is important to know the protocols of beautiful and clean implementations. Besides that, the longevity of projects directly depends on the design and the use of the best practices. After reading a lot of articles, we are able to answer this question and conclude that a well-written code is measured by the number of suspicious statements per minute. And it is true because a good and clean code must be readable, which means that it can be read by humans, not just by the machines. It is not because something is working that it is well designed or even well written. A good code also should be self-explanatory because you can read and understand it without documentation. This is a paradox because a good programmer must write clean code and complete documentation. In summary, clean code should be understandable and new developers should be able to understand it. In this first episode, I will talk a little bit about variable naming conventions. Variable naming is an important aspect in making your code readable. Naming variables follow a simple idea. Create variables that describe their function and which follow a consistent theme throughout your code. Let's take a look at some naming conventions. First, we will talk about Moody World delimited conventions that separate words in a variable without the use of white space. White space within variables is usually difficult for programming languages to interpret because of these variables must be delimited in some way. Here are several delimiting conventions commonly used in code. In snake case, words are delimited by an underscore, as you can see on the snippet below. In Pascal case, words are delimited by capital letters. It is exemplified by the two variables that I have created. The first letter of each word is represented with uppercase letters. In Kema case, words are delimited by capital letters except the initial word. An extra topic here is the Hungarian notation, which describes the variable type or purpose at the start of the variable name, followed by a descriptor that indicates the variable's function. The camel case notation is used to delimit words. Going for the Julia style guide now, we will see the particular naming convention of the programming language. In Julia, constructors and modules are denoted with capital letters at the beginning of each word inside of its name. You can see it in the example on your screen. The module called not main has two words in the title. Then not starts with an uppercase N and main starts with an uppercase M. This example is from the post 5 Groovy Tips Help You Write Better Code in Julia by Emmett Boldrow. In another side, variable names and method names both are meant to be lowercase. All of this works together to create syntax where we can unpack what type of things are going on without even knowing anything about the name we are working with. That's why it is important to follow the best practice protocols. So, thank you for watching my video. In the next episode, we will answer the $1 million question. Why should I not define global variables in Julia? I will bring you some agnostic examples too, but just for clarify the concepts. Please subscribe to my channel to see more about Julia language, and bye!